Season 9 of Disney Speedstorm is finally here. That's right, everyone. We have 4 brand new pirate racers, basically a new track, a new game mode, and so much more in today's Disney Speedstorm update. It is absolutely massive, so let's get right into the news. As you can see here in the Pirates of the Caribbean collection, we have 4 brand new characters, starting things off with Davy Jones, who is an epic defender and going to be our premium Golden Pass racer for Part 1. We also have William Turner, who is a common speedster and is going to be our free character across both parts of the Golden Pass. Tia Dalma is the Season Tour character currently locked right now, but she is a rare trickster. And finally, Captain Hector Barbosa, who's going to be an epic brawler and the premium character for Part 2. And of course, we have Elizabeth Swan and Jack Sparrow, who have been in the game and are going to be our event characters for this season. But let's hop into a race with Davy Jones on the brand new Pirates expansion track. Alright, here we are on the very first race of the season tour. Super cool. I mean, you can see in the background, you can see right now, this track is insanely different. A Pirate's Life is not what you once knew it to be. This track is absolutely insane and completely different than it was before. This whole section, this underwater area, is completely brand new, and honestly, this track is amazing. It is so much fun to drive on. The environment looks insane. We have this underwater area that obviously has the same physics as Atlantica, and I'm playing as the Davy Jones himself. And if we take a look at his unique ability, you can actually see we summon Kraken tentacles on the map. If you get hit by these Kraken tentacles yourself, they will propel you forward, and they can also stun opponents as well. Super nice. And then his normal and charged activation, the only difference is like the frequency of the Kraken tentacle spawns. So the normal activation is going to, spread them out one by one, whereas the charged activation is going to sort of bunch up your Kraken tentacles. And really, both are good. It just depends what situation you're in. And it's a super impactful ability. It reminds me a bit of Sergeant Calhoun, where it has both the ability to either boost you forward or, stun people as well. And I definitely love that. And overall, it's just a good ability. Davy Jones seems like a very solid character, definitely worth purchasing the Golden Pass this part. Super exciting stuff. Drive up here. This whole underwater area, the shipwreck graveyard, is great, and I love how it ties into the rest of the existing track as well. They did a really good job expanding this track and making it feel fresh while still using a lot of the same assets as before, so it's still familiar. And I'm a huge fan of the Pirates Life expansion, and Davy Jones as a whole, definitely one of the highlight characters this season, in my opinion. Now, something else notable that I may dedicate an entire video to, if you head over to the collection menu and you scroll all the way down, you'll notice there is a new collection and a new character featured. It's not letting me go down any further, but this is none other than the 101 Dalmatians collection, and Cruella de Vil is officially in the game. Now, she's not available to unlock currently. There's no way to obtain her shards, but she is here. She's an epic speedster. She's going to be a voice character. You can read about her unique skill right here. Cruella honks her horn for a very short period of time, creating sonic waves that stun opponents and destroy obstacles, and she also transforms into a fire-spewing hoodless Panther de Vil for a moderate period of time. Her cart, goes under a full transformation. It looks like a super cool ability, and this basically does confirm that, obviously Cruella's coming to the game, and that Maleficent will also join the game, but most likely later on in Part 2. But super exciting stuff. Cruella looks amazing, and I'm really excited for her events to roll around and for her to actually join the game. Alrighty, here we are in a second race, this time playing as Tia Dalma. Now, Tia Dalma is going to be the Season Tour character of Season 9, and unfortunately the way she's obtained is a little more difficult than previous seasons. You won't be able to unlock her until Chapter 6, and you're going to need 205 medals out of the 210 to do so. However, you'll be able to unlock her, if you only get the 5 shards that are available in Chapter 5, you'll be able to unlock her in the next part of the season. And the way her ability kind of works, as you can see, she sort of like glows blue or whatever. Her charged activation gives her boost. Her normal activation is going to give her a shield. Very basic abilities, but where they get interesting, I'm going to slow down for a second here, hit the brakes a little bit, wait for all the AIs to catch up to me so I can sort of fully show off her ability. If we use the normal activation, you can see I am going to have a shield, and then anyone that comes near me as well, for example, Lilo just came near me, she gets a shield as well. If we go up to Oswald right here, he's going to get a shield as well because we came near him, and you're like, well, why would you want to give your opponent shields? Well, you can see the little number behind me is actually increasing. It is at number 6 right now. And what you're essentially doing with that number going up is the amount of people that you grant, either boost or shields to. For each one that you do so, you get a piece of 8, and once you have collected all 9 of the pieces of 8, you will transform into Calypso, your final form as Tiadama, and it's a super super cool ability, definitely very similar to Randall's, where you kind of need to stick near the pack and take advantage of other people in order to actually get a boost for yourself and sort of help them out. And it's a very fun ability, and if I can actually get my unique skill again here, I could show off my full final form, but it doesn't seem like we're going to pull our unique ability, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Essentially, it sounds really cool, like she transforms into the goddess Calypso, but essentially what it is she has a knockback radius around her and gets a top speed buff, and that's pretty much it. There's no actual animation changes, which I find to be a little disappointing, as I do want a full transformation character. However, I think what they did with her ability is still super fun and unique, and we don't have a lot of characters like Randall in the game, so I'm totally fine with getting an ability that is similar to that. Taking a look at the featured limited events this season, the artwork in the top right looks absolutely incredible, but you can see we have your pirate lordships. This is going to be our seasonal long event. You can see if you have Davy Jones unlocked at the expert difficulty, you can farm capsules every single day, and also if you have Elizabeth and Jack, you can get some epic crew member shards for them. And pretty much this event is just featuring both Elizabeth Swann and Jack Sparrow, and this is, in my opinion, the ideal situation for the Pirates characters. It's always been kind of weird what, post season 7, having 2 parts of the Golden Pass, what they would do if we got a 4 racer season. And in my opinion, this is a good answer where they take the past Pirates characters, they make them the event racers, and then in the Golden Pass and Season Tour, they feature all of the new pirate racers. I think that's a very, very good solution and definitely works out super well. Now, as for the new treasure hunt game mode, currently it's only available on weekends. However, that might change in the future, but for now, on Tuesday, it's not available, so we're gonna have to wait until Saturday, and definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe because I'm going to be covering that event as soon as it drops. It's going to be super, super fun. But now let's get into a race with Captain Barbosa. Now, unfortunately, currently the only way to play Captain Barbosa is on Andy's room because he is the guest racer for this track, so we can't really play him while trying out the new Pirates track. But Barbosa is going to be an epic brawler and the newest character when part 2 actually drops, so we're gonna have to wait until next month in order to fully unlock Barbosa, unfortunately, but right now we can play him via this guest race. Now, Barbosa is a very, very interesting character, as I believe he is the first character in Disney Speedstorm to have a passive ability that is explicitly written out, which is super exciting. And his passive ability, you can see right now, is that he is immune. He's glowing green. Barbosa cannot be hit ever while he is cursed, and then if you use his ability, he is going to sort of uncurse himself, I believe, as soon as he stuns someone with it. So Barbosa has this really interesting ability that's a trade-off, and I love what they are doing with this character. The first character to ever have a passive ability is just great. So the way Barbosa works, to sort of break it down a little bit, is once again, he has this curse that randomly appears and attaches to himself, where he's going to sort of be immune, but he's also slowed. So it's a trade-off. Sometimes I guess you'd want to be cursed if you're going to be avoiding stuns, but majority of the time I'd say you want to, sacrifice your immunity in order to have a higher top speed. And the way you actually lift the curse is by using Barbosa's unique ability. So Barbosa's unique is actually going to be him spawning in these weird, creepy skeleton hand things. And the way these skeleton hands work is they are a slowdown ability. So you can either use the normal activation to spawn, just like fields of skeleton hands in front of you, or you can use the charged activation to spawn an aura of these skeleton hands around you, and anytime somebody gets stunned by one of these skeleton hands, it's going to grant you a coin that will lift your curse. As you can see, it happened right there. I lost my immunity, and now I'm fast again, and it's a very interesting, unique ability. It's a little confusing to figure out how it works at first. I pretty much spent the entire race explaining it. The only thing that I wish would be a little different is maybe take a little bit longer for the curse to reattach to himself, because I feel like you stun somebody and then it's almost instantly you get the curse back. It's a little fast for my taste, but overall, Barbosa is super fun and a really refreshing and unique take on like Disney Speedstorm unique abilities as a whole, and something that I think we need to see more of in the future. Now, obviously, with a new season, we have a new Golden Pass. So just a quick overview of the Golden Pass here. Obviously, Will is the free character. You will unlock him fully on Tier 5. Davy Jones is the premium character. If you purchase the Golden Pass, you can get him on Tier 1 right away. We have, the same capsules as before, where you have a chance to unlock Davy Jones, which is great if you're super lucky, but you're probably going to be getting Will Turner or Elizabeth Swann or Jack Sparrow shards most of the time. Golden Pass is pretty standard. Obviously, there is less box credits this time around, as season boxes have been buffed. This is the first full season that is going into effect. You have a racing suit here for Davy Jones that looks absolutely phenomenal. And then obviously once we get to the end of the pass, there's more cosmetics on the way there, like these incredible cart colors and these wheels. I'm not sure who these wheels are for. I don't think I can actually view them. Yeah, I don't want to buy tiers. Don't think I can actually view the wheels, unfortunately. And then if we scroll down all the way to the end of the Golden Pass, obviously we have the Golden MVP suits and these special cart vanities for both Will Turner and Davy Jones that look great. Super, super fun. And the Golden MVP suits always look phenomenal. And another really cool thing with Davy Jones is he has a deluxe cart, and it looks so cool, guys. Look at this deluxe car. It looks great. It's everything I wanted from the Pirates franchise in terms of deluxe cars, and I think it's super, super epic. And then also the other Pirates character to have a deluxe cart currently. I'm not too sure about if Barbosa or Tiadama will have one, but Jack Sparrow himself does have a deluxe cart. You can see right there that it's currently available for purchase. I believe it's 1,500 tokens, so it's up to you to decide whether it's worth it. It is just cosmetics, kind of pricey for a card skin in my opinion, but still super fun for sure. Alright, here we are playing in the Seven Seas Cup. It is currently a Speedster Restriction Cup, so I'm playing with Will Turner. Probably won't get a good leaderboard spot, especially considering I already played this cup with my maxed out Stitch, so my time there is obviously going to be a lot better, but I figured this was a perfect way to show off Will Turner. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was the most excited for Will Turner, but I think of the 4 pirate characters, his ability is just objectively the least exciting. It's a pretty generic ability, still useful in some situations, but again, relatively basic and underwhelming in my opinion. Now, Will is a speedster and is the free character, so you're going to be getting a lot of shards for him throughout this entire season, and he's definitely not a bad character by any means. In terms of speedster goes, in terms of speedsters, he actually has a relatively high top speed, which I think is a unique advantage, and honestly there was a lot of balance changes. Top speed across the board for most lightweight characters I think was buffed. We're gonna have to wait and see for the official balance change patch notes, but definitely something to look forward to. Very, very fun there. The fact that lightweights might actually be viable again is great, and yeah, my time here is not super amazing by any means. I love that one section of the track going through like the treasure room, I guess you could call it that. It's so fun and vibrant, and like this whole underwater section too is great. It's not like Atlantica where the underwater section at time feels like it overstays its welcome. I think the underwater section on this track is relatively short and sweet, easy to drive through. Doesn't have too much of a heavy emphasis on top speed because there isn't like big open sections, But now for Will's unique ability. The normal activation is going to give him essentially a shield power-up, and now the shield power-up will either protect you from one hit or it will just last until it runs out of time. And when the shield power-up actually expires, what it's going to do is sort of send this knockback that you'll see here in a second once it does run out. Just give it a minute, it'll do it, I promise. And then it's charged at, yeah, there you go, see? And then if someone gets hit by that, he actually gets his unique power-up back again, and this charge activation gives him these little swords, and is essentially Hades' ability, where if he passes anyone, or if anyone passes him, he goes and gets a little boost forward. So, definitely useful abilities in the right situation, definitely not when you're in first place, though. But yeah, Will, kind of the most underwhelming of all the characters in my opinion, but that's okay. He's definitely still not a bad character and has his applications in different situations. But there you guys have it. Season 9 of Disney Speedstorm is here in full swing. It's a super exciting season. We have a lot to look forward to, between Maleficent and Cruella and the treasure hunt game mode. There's a lot of exciting stuff on the horizon, and I cannot wait. But let me know what you guys think of all the changes in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.